Hello guys, welcome to the Selenium Training. This is Anshul Chauhan from easybix.com, and today we are going to discuss how we can find out the broken links on a web page using Selenium. So let's move to our high level agenda for today's training. So how to handle links in the Selenium. So in the previous tutorial, if you remember, when we was learning about the web locators in Selenium, then we have already seen how we can find out the links using links in Selenium. So to find out the links in Selenium, if you remember, then we have used two mechanisms. First one is by link text and the second one by partial link text. So these are the only two things through which you can directly deal with the link in Selenium. Now, what is broken link? So broken link is something which is not accessible. Suppose you have any link in your website and you will click on it and it will not render you anywhere, or it will render you on the wrong page. Like it will if you click on some link on any website and it will render you a 404 page. You are getting 404 page load error, or some kind of these error like 500 error. So these are the links which is called broken link, which lead the user to a incorrect URL or incorrect web page, or even which seems to be URL but doesn't render user anywhere. So these kind of links are called the broken links. I hope many of you have seen the 404 error many times in your life. So 404 error means the page is not available. So yeah, we can find out the links in our testing. Sometime we need to find out the broken link on any web page, and there are a lot of reasons behind the broken links. Suppose you have modified your URL of any web page, but you forgot to modify that particular URL on any link which is directly rendered to that page. So that link which is present at that page, which has not been modified, will again, if you will click on it, the URL has been changed. So the link which contains the URL is no more exist, so it will render you on the 404 page. So these kind of links are called the broken links. How to find the broken links on any web page? Guys, we have two approach to find out the broken links on any web page. The first approach is the manual process. You need to click each and every link present on the web page for which you want to find out the broken links. And using this, if any link is not working, or link is render the URL on 404 page, or any page which response is not 200, or which is not a valid URL or not a valid page, so this is a broken link. So first approach is very tedious and it's a very lengthy approach. Suppose if your page you have almost 50, 40, 60 or more than 100 links, then most of the time it may be impossible to click each and every one and verify the link authenticity. So this is the manual process. Now the second one is we can find out the broken links using Selenium. So to find out the broken link with the Selenium, first we need to write down the script in Selenium. Okay, so let's see how we can find out the broken links in Selenium. So find out the broken links in Selenium. So for this I need to open my Eclipse. Actually I have already written the script. I will explain you line by line the code what I have written to find out the broken links in Selenium, and then we will move to our execution phase. Sorry, I have opened the wrong workspace. So let me switch my workspace. Yeah. So I hope you remember we was working in this project EasyFix YT. In our previous tutorial we have seen a lot of examples. Okay, so the very first class what I have created in the utility package com.utility, here I have created a class getResponseCode. So let's see what is this class. Why the class is getResponseCode? Basically guys, you can verify each and every link hit that particular link and verify the response. As many of are aware with the process, like if you are if the URL is accessible, then server returns the 200, the success message. Have you guys, I hope you guys have heard about the web responses like 200, 201, 400, 404, 401, 402, 500. So these are the web responses. Once you hit a URL, so you send the request to server, and in the response, server will send you the response code. So if the response code is 200, then your URL is correct. You are accessing the correct resources, and you are accessing the correct URL. But any other response except the 200 will create a problem. It means there is some kind of problem inside your URL or the resources what are you trying to hit. There could be authentication error, authenticity error, or you are accessing the wrong resource. So there could be a lot of things. For this you can easily find out, you can easily Google about the HTTP web response code, and you can learn about the codes. So using the same way, we are trying to find out the broken links in our test case, in our Selenium test case. So what we will do, using Selenium script, we will find out the all available links on any web page. Okay, then we will hit all the web link, all the URLs one by one and verify the response. If the response is 200, that means our URL is correct, or our link is not broken, our system is working fine. If we are getting any response apart from the 200, it means the link is invalid, or the link is broken. So to verify the URL authenticity, to verify the web response, I have created this class get response code. So that's why, because this is a generic class, because this is a generic function, that's why I have kept it inside my utility package. Okay, so you can see the very first class variable is static int invalid link. We will count the invalid link and increment the value of my variable invalid link. So very first I have created a method verify URL. You can see the method type is static void. It means it will not return anything. Okay, but why it's static? Because at runtime I don't need to create the object of my class. You can already have learned about the static members in Java tutorials. In my Java tutorials, what is the use of static members? So you can access the static members of any class with the name, by the name of the class. You don't need to create the object of that class to access the static members. So first we are taking the URL class. URL is the class of java.net package. This is the inbuilt class in Java. This URL, we create the object of the URL class and pass the link URL as a parameter to the URL class. Okay, then we are typecasting the URL and opening the connection. To open the connection, I need to use the HTTP URL connection class of my java.net package. You can see I am using the java.net package, and I am using the HTTPS URL connection class of my java.net package. You can use other classes as well, like in Apache library you have the HTTP client class to do the same job, but because we are working with Java, we are not we don't want to include any other library, so that's why we are using the native class which is present inside the Java. So to open the URL or to send the request, what it will do, what open connection will do, it will send the request to this URL. It will hit this URL, the URL what we are passing inside my URL constructor, or the open connection method will hit this particular URL. Then on the HTTP URL connection, the object of the HTTP URL connection, I am setting the timeout. It's in milliseconds, so its total is about 5 seconds. So why I am setting the timeout? Suppose it will hit the URL and the URL is not accessible, so that the particular process will wait for the 5 second. It will wait for the 5 second to get the response. If the response is not coming within the 5 second, then it will mark that particular URL as a timeout, connection timeout, and mark it as a not a valid URL. Then I will connect the URL. Okay, then I put some if else. I am getting URL connect dot get response code. Using this method, I will hit the using the open connection. I am hitting the URL, and using the get response code, I am accessing the response code of my URL. So if the response code is 200, then print link and print the response code as well, and print the response message. If you are getting anything apart from the 200, it could be anything like URL connect.http not found. I'm getting anything apart from 200. In the same case, I'm printing the URL and printing the response message and printing the web code what I'm getting over there. Okay, and if it's going in the else if loop, else if condition, because the response code is not 200, then I am incrementing the value of my invalid link, because if the response code of the URL is not 200, it means the URL is not a valid URL, it's a broken link. So that's why I am incrementing the value of my invalid links. And again, I have created the second method to print out the value of my invalid link. It is get invalid link count. I am printing just in this method, I am just printing out the value of my invalid link. So I hope you are able to get the code what I have written over here in the class get response code. The whole thing what we are doing in this class is we will supply a URL to this method verify URL, and it will hit the URL and verify the response code. If the response code is 200, that's okay. If the response code is anything apart from the 200, it means it's an invalid link. It will increment the value of my invalid link variable. Okay, now let's come to our Selenium. How we can use this method to verify the all links in my web page. So for this, I have created a class find broken links, and I have created this class inside my TestNG package. Yeah, com.selenium.practice. I have created this class inside my this package. So let's see what we have done in this class. So the very first, I have created the object of my WebDriver. Okay, there is no need for count. Then inside the before test, I have set the path of my Chrome driver like d.driver and Chrome driver.exe. My Chrome driver.exe is my Chrome driver which lies inside my D drive, inside my driver directory, or inside my D drive. Okay, then I will open the Chrome driver. I will maximize the window and I will hit the URL. Which URL? google.com, https www.google.com. and after test I am just closing the browser. So in the before test I am opening the website google.com, and in the after test I am closing the browser. Let's see about our test case. What we are doing on a test case. My test case name is get broken links. So to get the all links which is available on a web page, what we need to do? We need to create the web element of the all of the links. So in previous tutorials, let me open a tutorial what we have designed previously, like find elements. In the previous tutorials, we was creating the web element like this, like web element first name equals to driver dot find element by CSS selector or anything. So here we was creating the web element like this. Okay, but now our need is different. I need in previous tutorial like this, I am creating a single web element. Here, let me open it. Here I am creating a single web element. But what I need to do in this case where I need to find out the all available links on my web page, I need to create a collection of the links. So for this, I will create a list which will accept the web element, a list of web element type. Okay, and I will how we can find out the all available links. As you know, in HTML, if you have a link, then obviously it has a tag name anchor text. How you can denote the link in HTML? I think this is the way, and all of you are aware of this. A space href equals to URL like http www.google.com, and here you will pass the URL, sorry, the text Google, and close the anchored link. So this is the way it will assign this particular URL to this text. So this is the way how you can create the link inside the HTML. So this is the tag name, what? A anchor link. So we will find out the all elements which have the tag name anchor, and you please note here I am using find elements. In the previous one, when we need to find out a single element, I was using find element, but here I need to find out the group of element, sorry, find out a collection of element. So I need to use find elements. So if you need to find a single element, then you will use find element, but if you want to access, or if you want to collect more than one element from a particular locator, then you need to use the find elements. Okay, and I am basically finding the more than one element using the tag name anchor, tag name A. So it will, what it will return? It will return all the HTML tags which have the, sorry, all the locators on a web page which have the anchor link, and store them in the all links list. Okay, then I will find out the size of my all link list, because it will denote the total number of links present in my web page. Now what I will do, I will iterate over the list all links. Okay, then I will create a string like link URL. I will find out the URL. How I can find out the URL? I have already stored all the anchor links web element inside my all links. Okay, and here I am iterating over the all links. So using the link, I can find out the attribute, a particular attribute. So as we have seen, this is the tag name, this is the attribute. Href is a attribute, and what is the value of the attribute? You can see the value of the attribute is a link. So if you want to see it on a web page, I can show you. Let me open the Firefox. Here I can show it very clearly. And okay, by default it will open the MSN. So you can see this health is link. You can see the health. This health is link. So we need to find out it. What is the HTML of this link? Health. You can see it's a anchor link href, then I have something like en health. Okay, so what is this? This is the URL, or this is the URL of this particular link, this. So inside the href tag, I have the URL of my link. So using the same way, we will use this property inside my test script. So first what we have done, we have stored all the elements inside my all links which have the anchor link. Then I am extracting a attribute href on the elements which have the anchor link. Okay, so what it will return? It will return you the value of href. So in the link URL, you will get the value of the URL on that particular link. And what I am doing in next, I am using the verify URL method and passing this URL to that particular method to verify is that URL is valid URL or not. And this method, and we have already seen, this method will get the URL, open the connection, record the web response. If the web response is 200, that's okay, otherwise it will mark it as a invalid URL. And in the last line, I am printing out the size of my all links. This is the same line, and then I call the get response, get invalid link count of my get response. What is this? Here we was printing out our invalid links. So let's execute this particular test case. We are executing this test case for google.com. So you can see it will open the Google, find out all the text which have the, find out all the web elements which have the tag name anchor link, and get the URL of behind that particular anchor link and hit that URL. Okay, inside the verify URL. And what verify URL is doing, it will open the connection, verify the web response. If the web response is 200, then it will ping the it will print the URL, print the web response, and print the response message as well. Otherwise, in the same way, it will print the URL, the response message, and the response code. So let's click, let's execute it. You need to execute it using the to execute the test class in TestNG. We need to right click, go to the run as and run as TestNG test. So it will open the Chrome driver. Google has been opened. So let's have a look at our console. It is working. My browser is open. Move it over here, and it is working. You can see it is printing the URL, printing the status code and the status message. So it's working. So let us wait to finish it. You can see in the report, single test has been executed and it got passed. We can see the console. Okay, let me open it. So the total number of links on that particular page is 54. Okay, this is the first thing what we was printing. We was printing the link, then we was printing the status code, then we was printing the status message. So 200 means okay. So most of the time we are getting 200. You can see we are getting 200, but we have a invalid link as well. We have a one invalid link out of 44 links on my web page. So let's find out the invalid link. This link is invalid link. plus.google.com. You can see here I am getting the message not found and the web response code is 404. So on the google.com, if you will find if you will click on this particular link, it will render you on 404. So let's open the Google. Let's see what is this link. Plus, I think it could be any link. There are a lot of links available here, and it's not about Google only. You can test it for any website. Like we can change the URL and test it for another website. You can put anything, whatever you want. Like we have tested it for Google, and we have tested it for Rediff. Is it rediff.com? Rediff.com. Let me verify the URL. Is it working or not? Yeah, no. I think I'm making mistake. It's rediff.com. Yeah, it's rediff.com. So let's find out the all available links or the broken links on this page, and you can see on this page we have a lot of links. So execute our test code for this URL and let's see what we will get. It may take more than 5 minutes, so please be with me. I have executed the test case. Just minimize it. We don't need to open the browser for this. You can see here in this pane. Okay, it has on 362 links, but we don't get all the links written over here. Okay, must be getting any kind of messages. Okay, why that particular link was not why we don't get that all the links URL? Because here I'm getting some kind of message. It's add from rediff.com. So no issue, we can find out any other website. We can find out Facebook. We can find out on facebook.com. facebook.com. We will run this code with the some URL, some local website as well. Don't worry about it. We'll execute it with some local website as well. Practice. Let's execute it. Open the Facebook. Let's minimize the browser and verify our console. It's printing something. Let's maximize it. It's working. You can see the browser is still open, so it's working. Once the test case will be complete and we have put the close method in our after test class, so it will close the browser and you will get the result over on console. So what the test case is doing, it is hitting the URL and verifying the response code of that particular URL. So we have 53 links on that particular web page, on the Facebook web page. So you can see, as we have printed our value, it is printing the link, then printing the status code, then printing the status message or the printing the response message. And using this way, you have tested the Google and you found a one broken link on google.com. I think that was not expected. And we have one broken link on Facebook as well. You can see here we have one broken link on Facebook as well. So you can see the importance of this test case. Even the world's most powerful and most wealthy websites have the broken links on their homepage, on their landing page. Where Facebook has one broken link on their landing page. Who believes this? And the Google also has their broken link on their landing page. So using this way, you can find out the broken links on your web page. So you can try this with you. So guys, this is the way how we can find out the broken links on any web page. You can test, you can copy this code or implement the code by yourself, and by changing the URL, just the URL, you can execute the same code and find out the broken links on your web page, on your website, or on your test projects, on any web page or any test project. Okay, so this is the way how we can find out the broken links. So thank you guys. As usual, if you have any doubt or if you have any query regarding today's tutorial, then please put your queries inside the comments, and we will be happy to answer you. And if you like the video, you like the content what we are sharing, then please like this video, share this video, so that we can reach to the needy peoples who actually want to learn the Selenium, and they are looking for the platform to learn the Selenium.